Yeah.
Yo.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Marvin Lattimore.
Uni Francis.
And this is another edition of Welcome to My Hood Film.
I'm so glad I was picked for this hood film. Oni called, he's like, hey, we get non-hood people to watch hood movies. I'm like, thank you, sir, thank you for picking me. I appreciate that. I'm the most unhood person he probably knows.
Listen, we did a lot of episodes. That's how I always do it.
I can show you the message. He's
I
like,
just go straight to the
he's
point,
like,
bro.
we pick non-hood people to watch hood movies. I'm like,
so
what's
a better way to do that?
No, it was a direct.
Okay.
It was direct.
I'm very direct.
We want white people to watch black films.
Yeah.
No, the hood thing was good. I'm like, is that a compliment or an insult?
It's neither. It's just a fact.
I thought I was half hood. If I could do my Eddie Murphy white man impression.
There you go.
I'm paying for this paper.
Also, it could be hood adjacent. Doesn't have to be.
Yeah, but like I said, Juice, I don't think it was a hood movie. I think it was a movie about being in the hood.
Oh, well, we also do that too. It's not just about that.
But I'm very.
Spoiler alert, we're doing Juice today. It was already in the title.
That's okay.
I'm very blessed to be here
Yeah.
amongst the hooders.
Let's change it up.
Of it.
So, as you can see, we starting off with the energy. For those of you who are new to our podcast,
that's how the movie started off anyway, so it's about fair.
Actually, what's great is you basically explained the point of our podcast. You made my job a lot easier. I'm
doing this for free, everybody.
Yeah.
This is free. I'm not an agent. I'm not anything.
So you're our guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience, man.
What's going on? I'm Andrew Non-Hood Bayroff. That is my official nickname. I know these guys from comedy. I'm a comic, I'm a writer, I'm an author, I'm a designer. I'm a non-hood aficionado. So I have never seen Juice, which is the movie, although I have seen other hood movies. Boys in the Hood.
Okay.
It's literally in the title.
It's in the title.
Hopefully I don't get shot for anything I'm saying on any of these cameras.
You thankfully will not. It's fine.
But no, I love being able to sit and critique a movie or look at a movie that I've never seen before with people I already know and like give a nice little critique and get my perspective on it. Especially if it's Harlem, if it's a different country, whatever. I like being able to see these movies. Although I knew most of the actors. Like we were talking about Queen Latifah and everything, and obviously Tupac in there. So it was fun, yeah, especially with this guy with his comments, his high-pitched laugh.
Yes.
In every scene.
Yes.
Yeah. I like to laugh.
That is a signature laugh.
Mm-hmm.
That's a signature laugh.
Only laugh.
That's the only laugh. There's no other.
No.
Like he said, he knows both of us from comedy, and we both know that you hear that laugh, he's.
You hear him in the back of a mic. Yes! So what was the joke? I don't know. I forgot.
No, I remember.
You hear Oni all the way in the back laughing.
Yeah, it's sincere laughter.
It's
I'm having a good time.
No, I know. It's like, Oni just walked in. Okay, he's here. He's coming up next.
All is well.
What was the joke? I don't know.
I don't know. I just walked in.
I just laughed because I know.
I'm just trying to be a part of the crowd.
Listen, I be making on mics less terrible. Trust me.
I know you are, definitely.
That was a really good impression. I give you respect for that. That was good. That was good. Some people tried, and I'll be like,
You just can't. You can't do fluff.
I want to be the Jay
right
of comedy in New York.
Oni adjacent.
Yeah, you gotta be Oni adjacent. So like he said, we saw the movie Juice.
Mm-hmm.
Came out in 1992.
Yeah, goddamn.
90s, man. Mm-hmm. 90s was a time for a lot of different experiments in movies. Different tropes, I guess you can say. And this one,
I was 8 when this movie came out.
Oh yeah, I was 20.
That's crazy.
You
look good for your age.
We were talking. Oni's like, I thought you were my age. I'm like, I like this guy.
White guy did not crack.
I'm a 72 kid.
Okay.
I'm a 72 kid. So yeah, I was 20. Right I actually graduating soon to graduate college. Yeah. So it was interesting.
Were you aware of this movie at that time? Or?
I heard about the movie, but there was a big string of that kind of whatever the hood movies, whatever in that era. But I knew Juice, I just never saw it.
Yeah.
I just never saw it. And I was telling Oni that my roommate had a copy of Boys in the Hood, and he's like, "You got to see this." I'm like, "Fine." One of my favorite movies. Just a fucking brilliant movie. I watch it every few months. Really, really good movie. But I never saw Juice. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. This probably wasn't as popular, but
Boys in the Hood was because you had Ice Cube in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was a good movie.
Jr.,
And
This
you had
was
Lawrence.
there, but it was
Lawrence
like,
Fishburne, yeah.
I'll say lower tier. It's still
This one
referenced
was.
a lot.
But you had Lawrence
Yeah.
Fishburne. You got to think, young brother.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was a great scene.
That was a great scene.
So you had a lot of good people in that movie.
It was the directorial debut, if I'm right, of John Singleton.
Mm-hmm.
He went on to make several good films.
That was a damn good
and
movie.
Unfortunately, passed
Holds
away.
up.
Yeah,
It holds up.
Holds up. So, and
But Juice, no. I mean, I knew about it. I mean, obviously, I knew about Tupac and Queen Latifah and everything. But no, I never got around to seeing it. So now I have a chance, 40 years later.
Yeah.
to
They
see
played
the
it a
movie.
few times on BET and stuff like that. It was heavily edited.
I let my subscription run out.
No, it was
BET
back in the
stream,
day.
BET
Wasn't
streaming.
no streaming back then. I'm talking about
Damn.
like
what you thought he was gonna say to that?
It was either BET or Disney. I'm like, I
had
gotta get my
cable?
Marvel. I gotta get my Marvel
Talking
on.
about Marvel.
hey, you had cable
To be
back
fair,
then. No, you
BET
didn't.
does have a streaming.
Do they?
service.
Yeah, they
Shit.
do. Yeah, they do. They do.
See,
they
that joke still stands.
do. No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not
Racist.
wrong. But
I
no,
know.
you're not wrong. But
I'm
like,
just
come
20
on,
years
back
late.
then, yeah,
I'm just 20 years
20
late.
years early. Like,
Yeah, they do. Oh,
They do shit.
Yeah,
I was
they do.
I was right.
Yeah, they
no, but
do.
Juice was good. I mean, the acting, the cuts and everything, and then the linear whatever. But in all, I was just still trying to find out what's the juice. Like what like at the end they say you have the juice now, but I'm like, but what is it? Like it's the power. Like you're the man now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And in the end, didn't want it.
didn't even want it because
But we're jumping ahead.
no, but it was. So here's what makes it interesting.
I hope anybody watching this or listening has seen Jews because you need to see it. It's good.
Yeah,
Not
it's-
Jews, juice.
I definitely said Jews.
It's a
but
different
okay.
movie. It's a whole different movie.
Whole different ball game.
Whole different
genre.
Yeah.
If you are a streaming person, it is on Max currently right
Yeah.
now. Check it out. But one thing I noticed that Juice for the hood is the equivalent of with great power comes great responsibility.
It is.
It's the
I didn't want to say it, but it is.
It's a good
the
line.
equivalent, yeah.
It's a good line.
So for
It's referenced a lot.
for the non-hood, it was the Spider-Man quote, and for the hood, it was you got the juice.
Yeah, it's spoofed so many
That was
times. Like,
the hood version of it. Nice.
Yeah.
You got the juice.
it's the last line of the movie, and he's looking at it like, "What does that even mean?"
And that dramatic freeze.
Yeah,
scene.
that freeze scene. That's how they ended it. That's literally just him looking.
And that's
him
right. Cause
nodding.
somebody told me that. I'm like, I don't even know what that means.
The juice.
He knew enough to just say I'm good.
Yeah, like I'm already.
And in the
what?
in the beginning of it, I was waiting for them to explain what was wrong with the dad.
Oh.
Remember in the beginning, the dad was looking comatose, and then Tupac comes in and gives him like $100 bill. He's like, take care, Dad. And then someone said he was in jail, or they never explained. I don't
I
think
think
what
it's
was
supposed to
wrong
be
with the father.
ambiguous.
Yeah, it's most likely that he didn't have a strong father figure in his life, but instead of his father just not being there, it just looked like he either was in jail and they just drugged him up a lot or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was
quite
or
dramatic.
his dad was just a real
They really don't.
real
explain it.
drugged out person.
Yeah, no one
Like
really
he probably
knows.
just spent most of his life doing drugs.
I don't think they had enough budget to get the father's backstory in there.
Hey, listen.
Cut
we
scene.
need-
Let's move it.
We need more time with Tupac wilding out.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
that
that's what
right.
it was. They were like,
Yeah,
all you need to
yeah.
know is he didn't have a strong family presence.
Yeah.
That was it.
He didn't.
And you move on, and that's
Yep.
it. Everybody else had reasonable family presence.
Yeah.
He didn't have a strong family presence
Yeah.
at all. That's all you need to know. And that's
Yeah.
where they got that from. That's it.
Yeah.
You see, when Quincy went to go find Steele's mom, to find Steele, he got to talk to the moms. The moms was like, I ain't seen him all day.
Yeah. Oh, where is he? Do you know where
you
he
know
is?
And that was kind of fucked up that Q just ran out on him. He was like, all right, cool, have a good night.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, all right, bye.
I think your son's done. Take
Yeah,
care.
that's it. I
Okay,
gotta
take
go.
care. Bye.
Yeah,
Gotta go.
Bye. And I would have been on the bells and like, hello? Q?
And
Yeah.
And the thing is, though, one of you guys were mentioning these days if they redid the movie, right?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want, like, movies like that, I think would kind of get ruined because you have cell phones, you have everything, you can just text each other. Nowadays, it's like you have to wait a half an hour. You have to wait a little bit to kind of, get to
just
that
gotta ride
person.
around
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you got to ride. I'm gonna ride around for half an hour till I find
Or
you.
just fuck it, just make it take place in the 90s and do a period piece.
Yeah,
Fuck it, who
yeah.
cares?
Not everything has to get redone. Not everything has to,
No, it will.
But before we even get to that,
Yeah.
because we don't want to jump too far ahead, tell me in your eyes what you saw in this film, like in your eyes.
I don't really, you guys might have categorized it or it might be looked at as a hood movie, but what I saw was a movie of struggle. Seriously. I mean, and it just happened to be black characters or black actors, right? There's a couple of white people, Spanish, whatever. But to me, it could have been a whole white ensemble. And it could have been someone with a gun, shooting, killing, whatever. But it just happened to be, you had Tupac in there, you had a lot of, great, black actors in there. I think it was a piece of struggle, of I don't have any money, you looking at me wrong, and this and that, and the Spanish people, spick, blah, blah, blah. I think it was just a movie about trying to find yourself. These guys, the kids were supposed to be 17, 18. The guys that doing the DJ, contest.
Yep.
I think he was just trying to say, hey, listen, I'm hard, but I'm not that hard. I'm not going to kill people.
Yeah, right.
I think it was just a group of kids that we all grew up with trying to make it, and one guy gets a little crazy.
That's right.
Like, whoa, you have a gun?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I think
a lot crazy.
A lot crazy. You're killing people. Spoilers. Kill people. But I think it was just. I think it was a typical movie for the 90s. And you have tropes. You have white tropes, you have black tropes, guns, violence, whatever. But I didn't really look at it as a black movie. I looked at it as just kids struggling, trying to find their way. You have moms, dads, or not a mom, not a dad. You have your uncles, your grandmothers and everything. But I don't know. I think they missed a lot. I think, beyond some of the edits and, there was one scene where someone won the finals, and then Samuel L. was like, hey, I heard you got to the finals. It's like, how did you know he got to the finals? It just happened, and you're trying to have sex with this, barmaid or what. It literally just happened. No one's texting you anything. But, I mean, whatever. It's low budget. It's going to happen. But I watched the whole thing. It was entertaining. Thing is, though, once you get attached to a character, you're like, what happened to Steele, or what's going to happen to Q? Is he going to win? Is he going to become a big DJ? Because they could have easily been Q, 10 years later. Q's now a big DJ somewhere. But I think he realized, I don't want this life, and his friends are dead. I don't know. The movie, would I have seen it if Oni didn't contact me? Maybe not. But I was like, yeah, I looked up the movie. I'm like, yeah, this looks cool. See, you're opening up my blinders, man. You're helping me. It's like, man, there is a world out there. What? Yeah. With guns?
There's a world out there.
Oni, you see, I'm using my phone to record. So, did you see your favorite stats about the budget and all of that?
Oh, I gotta look that up.
Yeah, that's your favorite stats. Bro. I know usually it's me, but
all that stuff had been low budget. All those guys probably working for like base pay or nothing.
Yeah, he usually likes to see what was their budget overall and how much of it did they make back in theaters and all types of stuff, like the worldwide group.
Oh, shit.
What?
$5 million budget, $20 million box office.
Not bad.
Okay.
Not bad. I mean, I wonder if Queen Latifah... Samuel L. wasn't big back then. Was he? But Queen Latifah already had a career. I wonder if she said, yes, I will lend my name for nothing or I'll cut my rate in half.
Well, back in 91. If we do the inflation conversion, I don't know what $5 million looks like today. That might be $15 million.
Well, she was already an actress because she did House Party 2.
Yeah.
Before that.
So she was already a known entity in that world. And
at least in the hip hop world, they knew who she was.
Whatever,
so
movies.
she was the one you wanted to get in the movies. She was one of the biggest female artists at the time.
She might have said, I'll do it for free to lend my name, or I won't have my full rate. Pay me on the back end, not the front end.
Exactly.
Let me get points.
There's a possibility.
Points, see? I know terms.
It's like, let me do this like it's get a credit. Let me get a credit, So I feel like that's what happened too. What was she doing again? What was, like, do you remember?
She was a DJ judge.
She was the host, DJ judge. Yeah, she was only in a couple of scenes.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of cursing. She knows how to curse real well.
So listen.
Oh yeah.
Faison Love was wilding out.
Faison Love was
wilding out. What was I forget.
Oh no, Donald Faison.
Yeah,
not Faison.
He was wilding out. He had to let her know.
Yeah. Shout out Donald Faison had the flat top.
Like, it wasn't
oh my God, that's right.
He had the flat top.
Yeah.
Some
and this was, and we were talking about the kid that played Steele. Mm-hmm. He was maybe years before that. Lean on me,
yes.
Lean on me.
Yep.
You can call me Batman.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's the one quote that I know.
Now, we did that movie a few weeks back, so we know what you're talking about.
Who'd you do that one with?
Who did we? Oh, O'Shea.
Yeah.
Yo, O'Shea Bogus. Bogus.
Okay.
I don't want to mess up his name. But yeah, shout out to O'Shea. He did that.
Okay, cool.
Doing all the classics.
Yeah, we were doing all the classics in the past few weeks.
Yeah, but you have Morgan in there, and that is
yes.
You don't mess around with that. That's a big budget film.
Yeah,
right there.
Morgan. Yeah, we did Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
and then before that we did Love and Basketball. So this is our back-to-back Omar Epps
back-to-back Omar Epps, man. We knocking them out the park.
Is White Man Can't Jump? That's not a hood movie.
Borderline.
Hybrid.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson is very white.
Yeah.
Very,
That's
very
what kind
white.
of push it
It's like
out of there. Where like Wesley Snipes is already kind of pushing it.
Yeah.
But then once you put Woody Harrelson,
it's like nope, too white.
This is something else. Yeah, it's
not enough tan here.
But we respect it because there's a white guy going to the hood.
There you go.
And he's cooking people.
Now they did do a remake, which we did do. Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, they did.
Why would they ever do a remake of that?
Exactly.
Well, this is why we asked that question to you later for the show.
Yeah.
Because we know that. No, that's okay. Yeah. But we just know that like movies eventually sometimes they get remade.
Some movies just need to just done.
Listen,
it was 1988. Like The Outsiders. They're redoing The Outsiders. They did Blue. What is it? What movie was it? With Harrison Ford, and he was the robot. Blade Runner.
Yeah,
you don't have to redo it.
Listen, everything gonna get redone. Just ignore it, bro.
This is gonna get redone in 10 years. Like, let's bring two of the black guys and a white guy. Let's redo this podcast.
Yeah. Listen, it's gonna
happen, bro.
You just gotta ignore it. You're gonna drive yourself insane.
Yeah.
Trust me, I see the shit coming down the pipe. Don't worry about it. Ignore it. Watch reruns.
I think one of the weirdest scenes in the movie was that guy in the bar with the shotgun.
Blizzard, everyone.
Blazer. He's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And the guy's looking around like this at the bar. He's like, hey man, it's me, it's Q. You remember? Yeah, Q. How you doing? He's like, when were you paroled? Just the other day. Hold on, I'm about to rob this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Brings out a shotgun, and he's like, what? Where did that come from? Later on, dead. Spoilers, dead.
Yeah,
a shootout with the cops.
That's right.
He was wilding.
But
it was crazy.
They was trying to show an example of what
not to do.
Well, not just that, but like how having a gun can make you feel
you're invincible.
Like you're invincible, and you have the juice.
Yeah.
Because when you have sort of. I'm not saying that.
Well, and then he threw the gun away in the river.
Yeah. Right.
That shitty little free gun. He's like, I don't want this gun. And the gun doesn't give you the juice.
No. That's what they're trying to say.
Morals, man. Morals. Dropping knowledge.
Respect for standing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though he murdered somebody, I don't know. It's weird.
Well, his hands were sweaty.
His hands were sweaty. But it was a cause and effect because he knocked him over.
Tupac didn't murder. The characters didn't murder these people. But that was cold.
Yeah.
The first one, boom.
Yeah.
Because they were arguing or something, and then then Smalls.
Yep.
It started with the poor deli owner for no reason.
In the head.
Yeah.
And there would have been a lot more blood.
Immediately just killed his homeboy from second grade, like
for no reason.
And killed his rival.
And then took the money out of his pocket.
Yeah, then took the money out. Yeah, it's just a lot of crazy stuff. When he killed his rival, that was the best one. I showed y'all because when he turned around and he shot him, there literally was no blood. He shot him in the chest and no blood splurted out.
Details. We'll get that in post.
They made Tupac real a villain in this one. It got almost cartoonish. He was standing on rooftops, looking down at the chaos he's sown in the neighborhood.
But in real life,
real asshole.
Was he
what?
Was he a calm guy in real life, Tupac?
Oh, the actual
Tupac.
I would not.
It was a mix.
I would not say. Yeah.
I don't think they say he was bipolar, but
he did They did kind of stomp out that dude in Vegas.
Yeah, and it was that time he did spit at a camera, man.
Okay, so that answers a little bit of you have any actor would spit at a cameraman, the paparazzi.
I think if he was provoked, then his energy goes up higher.
Well, in this movie, man, he went from 0 to 60 in about a half second.
It was not provoked Tupac.
Just screaming at people. It's like, dude, we're having pasta. Take it easy.
This is a villain.
I'm not sure if this was his first movie role, but he definitely, after that, he did start getting more roles. Like, people did like him.
He was technically in that weird Dan Aykroyd movie. I think that was technically
that came out before?
Yeah.
What Dan Aykroyd movie?
It was this weird, terrible Dan Aykroyd movie.
How dare you? How dare you?
No, dude, it is weird.
Was it the one with the weird makeup
Yeah.
It was a sci-fi.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking
It's like
about.
a judge.
It was weird.
Yeah, it
with
was
the
like a weird
melty face,
backyard, yeah.
the weird.
And I think he was Tupac was dancing on or some shit like that.
So
technically, it was his first movie role.
Tupac was in that movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can explain that. Tupac
Yeah.
was in that movie he was in that movie as himself, but because he was with a rap group before he went solo called is it Digital Underground?
Maybe.
He was in Digital Underground.
Yeah, the ones that did the Humpty Dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was in that group, and they, for some weird reason, was in that movie. So he was part of the group at the time he did that movie. So then he was just there, and they were rapping, and he did his verse and shit, and then the movie just moves on.
Grab him by the biscuits.
Yeah.
The movie moves on.
That's exactly his first movie.
So that was his first role. Okay,
That was a bad
so
movie.
this is his first. This is his first
was a
start.
bad
Nah, I'm
movie.
going by like, nah, you
that
right.
was a bad
He's
movie.
like, now that I think about it, that movie's right.
Yeah, the judge. You're right. That was a bad movie.
would've-
I don't remember Tupac though. I have to go watch it.
It went from
Because your brain did the right thing.
It's like, why am I still watching this? And I probably watched it in the fucking theater.
Oh no!
I paid $4 in the '80s to watch that. '80s movies were cheap.
That's probably like $20 now.
You either saw $4 to see a fire movie, or you saw $4
I
to see
remember
some trash.
I remember seeing Beverly Hills Cop matinee 4 Fridays in a row because it was that big of a movie. Eddie Murphy was still, or not back then, $4 for
No,
a
I'm just saying.
matinee
You said 4 times in a row.
when it first came out.
Yo, that's one movie ticket now. Crazy.
$4. Yeah, when it
that's
first
less
came
than a
out.
movie
Shut
ticket.
up!
I'm sorry, it's true.
No,
Friends
me
of-
think about that.
Friends of mine, we rode our bikes, got rides, whatever. 4 Fridays in a row. Beverly Hills Cop.
That's
Beverly Hills
crazy.
Cop. $4 for a
But you see,
matinee.
that price, he could learn all the words by
That's the
then.
thing. That's why we got streaming and pirating.
I didn't hear
Oh,
that.
yeah, now, but-
fucking 7 C's out
But if
here.
no, you're right. But I'm just saying. if we
I'm
had-
not doing it. I don't advocate that. But
Neither
some
do
people
I.
out here,
But if we had that before,
I mean,
shit,
no, you
I would have been
should've-
learning.
you
I would have known all the words.
$4.
go see the movie.
I would have
you
saw
want to.
things. I would have been like, look, right there. There's a guy behind him. You see, he got the
Yeah.
red shirt on. They would have been like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I've seen this 7 times.
See,
I know
so
what I'm
I know what I'm
talking about.
I know.
That's
He's
what's
there. He wasn't even supposed to be there. He's not an extra. He was minding his business. And then they made him sign a release form.
You can see my elbow.
Like,
Man number 2.
Hey, listen.
yeah, man. So, yeah, there's a lot of weird scenes, just like you said. Is there any other, like, plot holes you saw that was just like, you couldn't even shake it? You were just like, what is going on?
Well, I mean, watching the movie for the first time, I know you guys obviously have seen it. You kind of have to just let things happen. Like, you can easily point out, oh, that, like, the gun, there's no bullet. It's like, they didn't have the budget for that. Or I was surprised, and I know Tupac's character, Bishop, right?
Yes.
Bishop. I know Bishop's character was crazy. He was insane. I really didn't think he was going to shoot the shopkeeper. Because one, they live in the neighborhood. Like, I see you. I know who you kids are. You didn't need to kill him. And the shop owner was like, I don't see anything. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. But I think at that point, Bishop was just, he already was over the edge. He's like, I have to kill you to show how hard I am and maybe to get the juice of, the movie.
I mean, he
but
has a
never had
Uzi
it.
charm. That's a psychopath.
Exactly, he had an
you got like
Uzi
a gun
charm.
It's not.
No.
I'm not gonna trust you.
No one's having an Uzi charm and thinking like, oh, I'm a babysitter.
I'm cool,
It'll be
though.
great.
Like, nah.
No, but I think at that point,
You went to a store and paid money for that.
yeah, when he
Or
stole it from someone else.
Yeah.
When he shot the shopkeeper, I'm like, okay, he's gone. And what was it? You called it where the Spanish guys were like, you're gone. You can't break somebody who's already broken.
Yeah.
And that little foreshadowing.
Yeah, I like that because you start off like, man, fuck this Puerto Rican dude. And I was like, Puerto Rican kid, yeah, fuck him up. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God for you, sir.
But the thing is, though,
Well, we guard all that, baby. Jennifer Lopez.
the Puerto Rican guy, all I heard was,
Puerto Rican guy.
I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Nothing ever happened. Then he put the butterfly knife in his nose.
Yeah.
Still nothing happened.
Yeah.
It started to be like West Side Story, and they're going to start dancing in the street.
Right,
Someone's going to
hilarious.
scream Maria. It's like, dude, you've now threatened Bishop's life 3 times.
And nothing happened.
Not even a
Backhand?
backhand.
Not
Nothing.
even a backhand.
Yeah,
Not
he
even a
definitely. Listen, I'm glad his boy got some licks in because he was wilding.
He did.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
boys, not him.
Hey,
so
hey,
it still
listen.
it still proves everything
What
as
was
you
you
say.
saying?
Like,
Poor
he
guy.
like
Poor guy.
he
got,
sees you.
He
You're
got
in the-
clapped out. Yeah.
Go to the West Side. Go to West Side Harlem and do something. I was actually surprised. I wasn't
liked him.
surprised, but when he killed, well, I keep on calling him Smalls, but he's from that other movie.
Steel, yeah, I know,
Steel.
yeah.
Rodimus was his name.
So I was waiting for him to kill him, but I thought it was going to be a much heightened, like more thing. He's like, what do you want from me, man? What more?
He was like,
and he killed him.
Yeah, he just was nothing.
But I was happy. But that was actually decent writing, where they kept him alive. That dramatic, bloody hand on the grate. Oh my God! And then they finally got the nurse, the older woman. Nurse.
Yeah, she was.
Come on.
She was a pedophile.
Talk about
Dude, she was a nurse in her own apartment. I mean, the building wasn't that great, but it was still her own apartment. She had a dining room table, half the size of this, but it was her own. The kid was 17, and her last boyfriend had patches on his sports jacket.
It was a grown-ass man.
That's a grown-ass man
No,
with
I think
patches.
she said husband.
I thought it was going to be the dad at first. He's like, Frank, let him in.
That is crazy.
That was a
He
crazy
had patches
twist.
on his sports jacket, and you had him making fun of. You had an older black guy making fun of the younger black.
Yeah, he was hanging.
Shouldn't you be stealing hubcaps or chains? I was like, damn.
Call him Quincy when you know. Listen,
chain grabber or something.
In his man's defense, his wife is going out on him and dating essentially a teenager.
But was it the wife? But they were married.
No, they said
they were married. Okay, a husband. Okay,
that's why he down bad.
That guy was at least in his 30s.
He might have been 40, and she was like
20 something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, enough to hold down a full-time job as a nurse, graduate as a nurse, whatever, and dating a 17, maybe 18-year-old.
So in age, they're closer than what her husband was. It's still gross all around. It's a gross situation. But she did end up saving the day.
I tell you, at 51, if I go to a bar and I meet someone and I find out they're like 22, 23, I'm like, we're done here. Check, please. We gotta go. I do not feel comfortable. I do not feel safe. It's like, I know you're legal. I get it. In the state, you're 21, you're legal, whatever. It's like, ma'am, I make a joke about this. I'm like, you could be my daughter. I was very active in the 90s. I have to leave. It's like, we're good here. We're good. It's like, you're 22, 23. It's like, ma'am, I don't know even what to say here. So that kind of thing, that's too young.
You do make a good point because, you're like, the main thing to hammer home is that she's not just like a 22, 23-year-old girl that don't know better. She's a 22, 23-year-old girl with an education.
She's a professional. She's a registered nurse.
She's that young?
No, I thought she was 25.
That's
Only was like 25, 26.
Either way, she's still a grown woman with a legit job from training from a good education.
Being a nurse, an ER nurse.
You out here saving lives.
She didn't do a 4-year college.
I think what Oni said, you should have made her his sister.
Right,
that would have been believed. Like, oh, get in here, fool. You're always getting in trouble.
Yeah.
And instead, he's like, I came to kick it with you.
I guess they want to make him like he got the juice.
Well, what was it? This snappy nappy dugout?
Yeah. What was that?
When I heard that, I'm like, I have to write that down. They called it. It's like you're getting some of that snappy nappy dugout.
That basically means that
the lady parts.
The lady parts is so
dugout.
That
it better not be dirt down there.
Like it's like a perfect feel for Yankees winning the World Cup environment.
It's a lot of people down there. Dugout can fit 20, 30 people.
I wasn't thinking that, but that's fine. All right.
That's where my mind goes.
It's a home run.
All right, I'm thinking different.
No, it's all good.
You hit a triple, you'll still go down.
You still go down, you still go down. You know what I mean?
You're not getting a bonus, but
you know.
Also, I'm thinking the Snappy's like, you know what? What's the next part? What's the next scene?
I wonder where a lot of those actors are now.
What's the
like? I know Epps. I know Epps has been around. I know Tupac, we already know.
Fucking Stan Jackson.
Obviously, Samuel is top of the heap.
Yeah.
I think Jermaine Hawkins might retire.
She's still doing it
now.
Yeah.
Omar Epps.
Donna Fonson do.
Wait, Equalizer.
Yeah, so they made an Equalizer TV show, and she's the Equalizer on that show.
So good movies. Did you see the last one?
I didn't see the last one.
Oh, Denzel.
Yeah, was that good? Oh, man.
God damn Denzel.
Now,
Denzel and Liam Neeson should get together because they're all murdering everybody in all their movies. But I didn't know they did.
Old man.
Man. I would hurt you, but my hips, I can't get off this couch.
You know what? That's so crazy. Because then
Taken,
Queen Latifah's
murdering everybody.
in her 50s and she's the Equalizer.
But Queen Latifah is the Equalizer now?
In the TV show.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if she's just a different Equalizer or or just replacing him. But in the TV show, I don't know if they're in the same universe, but she's the Equalizer. Yeah.
All right.
And the show's been doing well enough.
It all started from Juice.
No, but I mean, that's a huge stepping stone for a lot of these people. A lot of those 80s, 90s type of movies.
You ain't wrong, because if Tupac was still alive, he'd have
Before you
some
got
roles.
here, I was talking to Oni. It's like imagine not only the records he'd be on,
Yep.
but also the movies, the books,
Yeah.
whatever he
Yeah.
would have done.
He was in a lot of roles before
know?
he passed. So
Yeah.
it makes
Kane
sense.
is showing me a universe where Tupac was still alive and he was doing like insane.
I'm sure in another
We were
universe
saying
he'd be
like
cooking. Yeah.
what would have been interesting if in the Marvel universes, what was it in Doctor Strange? They would have had Tupac like old. You know, it's like in your new judge for America's Got Talent, Tupac Shakur.
Yeah. Gray beard.
Yeah, gray beard. It's like, in my G.
Yeah.
When I was on Juice.
I can't.
That was my
believe
old
this.
man impression, everybody. Black, white, it's all the same impression.
I did you? They told me to look angry. And
Look angry. Yo, motherfucker.
I was like, I was waking up this way.
But a lot of those guys, obviously, Samuel is on top of the heap. Queen Latifah is still on top of the heap.
The guy that plays Steel, I don't know what he's doing.
I think he
now.
might have retired.
I hope he can. I hope he saves some of his
Jermaine
money.
Hopkins.
He's been in
everybody.
some things in the 90s.
Yeah.
I just don't remember the most recent of things.
You got that, and you had his two other friends that got killed.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold
right.
on.
What happened?
He's locked up.
What?
Yeah.
He really got locked up.
Pled guilty to felony possession.
Of guns, drugs?
It doesn't say. However, the judge suspended 4-month sentence instead of giving Hopkins.
A lot of those he was a
24
child
months
actor,
of-
really.
Hopkins.
I mean, you look at some of these other child actors.
Yeah.
Some of them are lucky to get out of it, to actually become an adult. I mean, some of you look at one of the Coreys, dead. The other one still thinks everyone's a pedophile, which who knows, maybe. Macaulay Culkin is out counting his money, and his brother.
I think he's doing a new show.
Successions. No, meaning he was the childhood actor.
Yeah,
he
Like
was.
the
I get what
childhood.
you're
I
saying.
mean, you
Yeah.
look at some of the kids. You talk about what was it? Little Rascals. Back then, holy shit! They didn't see any of their money.
Oh yeah, you mean the original crew?
The
right?
original
Oh,
crew, yeah. And Bill Cosby back in the day bought all of the Little Rascals to never show them again because he found it utterly and completely racist towards the black kids. Because you had what was the kids?
Buckwheat.
Buckwheat.
Oh, yeah.
They had Buckwheat riding a watermelon with wheels. It's like Bill Cosby's like, I don't want that. He bought the rights to everything so no one can see it.
Buckwheat called him like, I'm gonna need my royalties, fam. You have to come up off that.
Seriously.
Come on, put a pop, man.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Those guys have no they didn't get
They
their
didn't
money.
get that money, yeah. Damn,
Other
that's
than
tough,
Darla.
man. Why Darla?
Little
They
white girl.
made a 90s movie though.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's different from the one he's talking. He's talking
Okay,
about
Yeah,
the
now you have
original.
contract. They're talking about like the 30s and 40s.
He's talking about 30s and 40s cat. That's why I said the original.
Ain't nobody trying to watch that.
Well, nobody. Nobody's trying to watch the one you said neither.
That's true.
No,
Sure
no,
not. Like, I
no.
don't care about
Not
that
at
at
all.
all. I'm good.
Yeah, but I think for the movie like Juice, I think a lot of it is there was a lot of angst, a lot of the young, obviously. Singleton? He was another director, right?
Yeah, John Singleton. Yeah.
So you have a lot of these young black actors, directors, a lot of their stories, growing up in the hood. Some of them sure grew up in Harlem. Like, I have stories I want to tell. It's like, and this is one of them. Whatever acting, special effects, like, this really happened to me. There's a lot of angst, there's a lot of anger, a lot of stories. I'm a young black actor. I want to get my other black actors together and get my director and tell our story. And yeah, why not? Do it.
Do you have the director by any chance of
John Singleton, that's right, yeah.
Oh, for Juice? Oh, I thought it was
No. Singleton was
He's
Boys in the Hood. Yeah.
No.
He did a lot of other
Ernest Dirkinson.
That does not sound right.
Is that?
No, it is.
Is it?
It's a brother or a sister?
No, it's a brother.
All right. Whew. Thank God. I would have no comment.
He was like, hey, forget what I said.
Oh, he did Bones. That's crazy.
Bones? Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
And Never Die Alone with DMX. Yeah, this might have been.
I don't know any of the comedy in that. I'm just gonna go along with
sorry. Bones was I don't know if you're aware of it. It was a horror movie with Snoop Dogg where he played a.
God, you mean
No, right there, that's funny.
There you go.
A
There you
horror
go.
movie with Snoop Dogg. That's the plot right there.
Snoop Dogg was a.
Bring me back for that one.
Was he like a pimp?
Bring me back for the next podcast.
What,
Yo, motherfucker. That's my Snoop Dogg
was he like a
impression.
pimp
So bad.
I think
That's
he
a
was like a
stretch.
pimp that got killed?
Yeah,
Or something like that. He came back for revenge?
Yeah,
or something
as
like
a
that?
ghost, yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't very good.
So it's a comedy.
Yeah.
It sounds very much like a comedy.
He had a switchblade that he threw at people and somehow was heat seeking. Like it followed. Like the guy was running.
What decade was this?
it was in 2000.
It was 2001.
Yeah, it was early
Heat
2000s.
sinking.
He had a heat seek. I swear to you, dude. He threw it, and the guy was running like, oh, and he turned, and you see it just go. Yep, and turn with him. I was like, yo, was that a heat seeker switchblade?
Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
Cause he a ghost.
Man, the conversations that Juice gets us into.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so it's that, and then Never Die Alone is that's DMX and Jet Li, right?
No, that's just DMX.
It's just DMX. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
never
DMX.
mind. So it's just DMX.
What did DMX die of?
Overdose.
Heart attack?
Yeah.
Overdose, really?
Yeah.
Fuck,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. God
Man,
rest
you would
his
think at his age, it's like, come on.
soul.
He was clean for a while, but then
Temptations are just.
Now, it was a real overdose, or his heart, like because of how many drugs he did. What
I feel like it was real.
It was a real
I think it
overdose.
was a real one, yeah.
All right, because you know the people, they do so many drugs, their bodies is damaged, and then just kind of
I
gives
get what you're
out.
saying. Yeah, they didn't really. I mean, they did. I just forgot. It's been like a couple years
He was
now.
like 50 something, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You would think of a man that's like, listen, if I reach 50, I'm stopping all this shit.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on.
Play hard, work hard back in the day.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
We don't know what's
Mental,
going on
whatever.
upstairs. Yeah, we don't know what could be
Damn.
talking to him at the time.
Made it to 50.
Yeah.
Man, I have people that I graduated high school with. I graduated in 90. They died at 40, 45, heart disease, heart attack, aneurysm. And I'm looking at them going, damn, I'm okay. I have no complaints.
Right.
I'm doing pretty good at 51.
Right.
You know, none of that shit.
Yeah, that's something to just be happy. You made it to the halfway mark.
Halfway. I'm quarter way. What are you talking about? I'm almost gonna be living for the next 400 years.
I love that.
I'm gonna have my consciousness moved into a Elon Musk Starlink satellite somewhere.
I love it. I love that.
I'm gonna be placing phone calls up there.
That's the type of energy you gotta
damn
have.
it.
I love that. You know what? We gonna vibe with that.
No, living forever.
Goes in the shell.
I'll be 80 looking like this. I'll be going to open mics. Can I get 5 minutes?
Look at my hologram.
But I think movies like this, I mean, yeah, you had Samuel L. Young, you already had Queen Latifah, you had Omar, and obviously Tupac was already Tupac, but it's a great stepping stone for the directors, for the actors, for everyone going, hey, I saw you that movie in Juice, do you want to be in this one? Because even though Tupac wasn't really an actor, they're like, oh shit, you can act. Let's go to these movies. I mean, that's where. Yeah, I mean, Samuel L. wasn't Samuel L. until he was in, what was he, Friday? One of his first roles, the first one, he was a father. He played a dad in a video or something like that, Ice-T or something like that.
Oh, it wasn't Friday, but
He was a dad in a movie, something like that. But he started late.
Yeah, he been in. So Spike Lee was one of the people that gave him roles.
Yeah.
So he was on Do the Right Thing. He was in School
Radio.
Days.
He was the radio DJ.
Yeah, he was in Mo Better Blues. A lot of a lot of Spike Lee movies. Samuel L. Jackson had a role in, and he spoke lines. Also, don't forget Coming to America. So Eddie Murphy gave him a role.
We were saying, I said that was reminiscent of the Shotgun and McDowell's.
Yes.
They have the arches. We have the arc.
Yeah, the arc. There you go. So I don't know which one was the one that really
I think Pulp Fiction was the one that pushed
Pulp Fiction
him.
was huge for him.
Pushed him, but the one that I think people started, wasn't it Die Hard 3?
That one too.
Yeah.
But he was also in Jurassic Park.
Right.
That too.
He was the IT.
But he got killed too early.
Yeah.
I think Snakes on a Plane.
Snakes on a Plane.
I think unironically, that's the one that
Never spent money on that.
I did.
That's what made it mainstream. I get what you're saying. Okay,
that's the one, because that was first like real. What other movie before that was like, I'm the star of this shit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
And it was funny.
I mean, there were, but yeah, that was probably his biggest.
And I would argue he's the star of the Avengers.
When Samuel L. made it
I would argue
big,
that.
like big, he came out years ago talking about negative Trump, no Trump, no Trump, and they were like, oh, we're gonna be boycotting your movies. He's like, we're not gonna see your movies anymore. He's like, he said some colorful words, and he's like, motherfucker, you think I care? That check's cleared.
Yeah.
I cashed that check a while ago.
Yeah.
You don't want to watch my movies? Okay. He's like, that check has been cleared and spent.
Yeah.
But the way he said it was, I can't do Samuel L., but the way he said it with the glasses and the Kango on, he's like, you're not going to watch Avengers? I highly doubt that. You don't want to watch Nick Fury's spin-off of a spin-off of a spin-off?
No.
It's like, that's fine, but man, that money's been spent. He's like, I'm Samuel L. Jackson.
I love that. The check is already
but I love
in
when
my account.
And I loved a side story on Django Unchained and Leonardo. and he, you know, had these scenes where he had to drop the N-bomb, the hard ER, like you mentioned in the movie.
Yeah.
What was it? He stopped the scene with Jamie Foxx, and Leonardo's like, man, I can't say that word. I have a trouble saying that. And he's like, man, Samuel L. Jackson's like, man, it's just another Tuesday for me. Just say it. Just do whatever you want to do. So it's interesting, Samuel jumping from these roles to roles. It's like, listen, I got my money. Check's cleared. I'm going to do whatever I want to do.
Yeah. All right. That's it.
Also, Leonardo DiCaprio was a child actor.
Yes, he was.
A way different background.
What's Eating Good But Great?
Sam Jackson, yeah.
What's Eating Good But Great? Child actor. Yep.
So, are you aware of a phrase known as "whose man's is this"?
Whose man's is this?
Yeah. Have you ever heard that phrase before?
Is that like who do you belong to? Like who you dating?
Oh, no. I thought you had it for a second. I was like,
damn it, almost.
You almost did. When you had who do you belong to? I was about to say close enough.
Nope, sorry.
So no, it's cool. It's cool.
I lost it.
It basically means like you're doing too much. You're embarrassing, or you're extra. So who do you belong to is right there.
That's what I thought. Like, who do you belong?
Yeah, the first part.
Yeah, the first part. Yeah,
you were here. You got it right.
No, you lost it to the second part.
The second part. That's okay.
I was overthinking it.
It's fine. Yeah. You don't know what you don't know.
They usually do, to be fair.
That's fine. That's fine.
Everybody does. But we ask anyway. So it just means like you're embarrassing or you're doing too much, you're extra, all those things. So watching this film, is there a character that you could look at and go, whose man's is this?
Going too far. I think
there you go.
Maybe the Bishop character.
Okay.
I mean, I understand that he was the crazy one, I get it. But there was some scenes where he was really calm. And the next scene he was like, fuck you, motherfucker. It's like, dude, there has to be a middle ground. But maybe that was the writer's intent. The fact that he could explode at any time. I don't think there was any character in the movie because the rest of them were just low key. The rest of them thought they were hard, but at the end they're like, "Whoa, I don't want to be shot. I'm not in a gang or anything. You're just my boys. We've known each other since second grade." They kept on repeating that.
Yeah,
We've all known people.
Oh my gosh.
I think if any character was Bishop, but I think it was on purpose because at the end he was crazy. But at the end, he was like, don't let me die. Don't let me die. It's like, dude, you were going to murder me. You killed two of my friends.
They still try to save him.
But that goes to show you that the character's will and the character's kind of essence was like, I can't let you die. You know, you can get help. But I don't think there was any character in there that was that crazy, you know. But I think Bishop's character was written to be a little... I don't know, unhinged. Short fused, unhinged.
Yeah,
he's a villain.
No, you're right.
Sure.
You're right.
But there's a lot of movies that have that character. It's all right, you're trying way too hard.
No, that one was definitely there. And that one's one of the easiest ones to recognize is that he got to a point where you had to say, whose man's is this? Because he was just... And
he was being manipulative.
Yes.
Because he went to the Samuel L. Jackson like, hey, man, I don't know about GQ. I don't know about Q. Man, he has a gun or something. Yep. So he's four-shot. He's trying to say, he's trying to set him up. Yeah. And Samuel L. was like, wait a second. I heard you killed this. I heard you killed that.
Yeah.
But he was, as all of his movies, calm. And it was interesting that he was the point man. Even back then, he was the point man for these characters. Yep. But I don't think any character was really like that. But I think he was sowing the seeds. That's how manipulative he was, and that's how crazy he was. Now he's going to say, "Oh, my friend killed those people."
And what was it that Samuel Jackson said? What was it like? You got blood in the alcohol river or something like that.
So you cut yourself and you slide.
What was I wrote something down.
Yeah, there was a quote that he said to Q.
He shot the
about how much of deep crap he was in.
Yeah, I didn't write it down.
I think it was like you got blood in alcohol river, son.
I like the fact that he was going to do.
Yourself and rise the blade, and you swimming in the alcohol river.
Yeah, something like that.
He was going to do the favor for Quincy, and he did this. He's like, "Thanks, man." He's like, "Give me money."
Give me money.
Like, I want money to lie for you.
Yep.
It's like, damn,
bring money.
Meanwhile, the nice Puerto Rican woman just gave the dude a gun when he came to ask for it. You know, he only had $25, which even back then,
I liked.
He's gonna get you a gun.
I like
just
that
take this little P-22 thing.
I like that they made it an older, like a grandmother type of woman. I love that.
Yeah.
Because she's the type like, oh, son, can you get that thing from the top shelf? But when he went there,
you power son, like, son, just take it.
But you saw a MAC-10, a Uzi, a shotgun.
Shit,
it's like, God damn.
And and just like y'all said, what did she? true old woman fashion, what did she ask when he didn't have money? Ain't you such a
Yo, Powell, son.
Yeah. Tell us I said hi.
Tell your mama that she owes me the casserole dish.
Yeah.
Loved it. Just get a little P-22.
Man, I got
But they're not going to get the grenade launcher, obviously.
That's part 2. That's part 2. Don't jump the gun.
Let's not jump the gun. Let's not.
No.
Only
What part 2? Everyone's dead.
Do you?
That is true.
I mean, obvious answer is Tupac, but man.
But Smalls made it. He went to the ER.
Steel
Smalls made it.
He's called Smalls. It's
That's Steel, Smalls. It's an S.
Quincy's also a little bit who mans because I'm like, man, you just don't go around with them. I would have been like, hey, listen, I'll stay here. Y'all do what y'all gotta do, and then I'm here all night.
Yeah.
That's the alibi right there. So when the cops come, when you never fuck up, and you will, as you did, you'd be like, okay, listen.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was. They were gonna stay at the DJ contest, and they're gonna rob, come back, and then they were here all night.
Yeah, there'll be no movie.
Yeah, I almost referenced the Get Down. On Netflix, Grandmaster Flash.
Grandmaster Flash.
Good series too.
Yeah.
That they probably canceled too because it was too good.
And the dude was at a goddamn DJ contest, so you fucking the DJ shit went out the window as soon as
Immediately.
all that shit went
His career was shot.
Yeah.
He had a chance.
He was actually getting somewhere.
Yeah.
He was getting
Which
somewhere.
I like the savagery of this movie. It was like, nah, you thought it was gonna be like he getting on movie,
getting out of the hood or whatever.
Nope. Get out of here.
But that's what they meant that's what they meant at the end when they were like, you got the juice.
They were nice enough to give him a ribbon that he put on his boombox and gave away to his little brother. Listen, they didn't have to give him anything. You got arrested at a contest that you couldn't even get up for the second round for.
Well, after you see one of your friends murdered by your other friend,
it doesn't really
your
matter
head is
anyway.
ringing.
Yeah, it kind of helped him out.
Yeah.
In
He probably would have bombed.
He would have bombed because he would have been too distracted.
Yeah.
But this way he was able to get out of it and come in second place.
It's not funny, but it's like, damn. Imagine having tried you a set after watching like someone you love like just get murdered. Like, oh God.
This goes out to my homie that just got murdered.
It's not good.
Well, they were trying to, because Tupac wanted him, he just wanted to be like, yo, play it normal. Go about life.
That's crazy, though.
It's crazy.
Also, Tupac is
crazy.
crazy.
And that's what I'm saying. He just was like, go back to life like nothing. Even remember, when it first went down, the cops came into the club, and he's just like, he's up there, which was funny to me.
That shows you how even more crazy he is. Everyone, I'm going to throw everyone under the bus except me. I'm going to get out alive.
And he saw when the cops came up, he's like, yeah, man, somebody killed somebody killed our boy.
It's right there.
Yeah, and he's just like, it's like dead. And he comes up to him, he goes, they want to see us. Somebody killed our boy. And he's just looking at him like, are you fucking kidding me? Like
the covert method of him hiding the gun.
Hiding the gun.
He put a brick over the fingerprinted labeled.
And just bounced. And was able to get the same gun right back. And just keep cooking.
Yeah, I think
it's possible.
It had a lot of rough edges.
It did.
But, I think movies like that in this genre, you don't need it tight. You don't need it refined and polished because then it's not, what is it? It's not a hood movie then, right? Whatever category you want to put it under. It's not this, it's. I think it'd be too refined. I like the rawness of it.
It cost $5 million.
It still would count as a hood film. We would just say that this is one of the
little too clean,
the exceptional ones.
Yeah.
Usually it's stereotypically bad, so you're right. But there are a few hood films that are elite.
Oh no, like the Spike Lee Boys in the Hood was well done.
Yeah. There are a few that you're like, okay, I can live with this.
Yeah.
But no, there are ones like this, and let me say mine real quick. It's Remley's. It's the yeah. How you got a gang full of like 10 or 12 dudes and you can't stop 4 guys?
Yeah.
And neither of them had a gun at this time.
You had a lot of guys.
No. They only did it like Bishop, which you're right to not like him. They ain't having a problem with nobody else.
Well, you just made it worse.
They didn't.
You just made it worse because now you had a gang of dudes and he could have stopped one guy.
Well, they weren't trying to be assholes and jump him.
They did jump him.
No, they threatened him a lot.
They did threaten him a lot.
They didn't do anything.
But once he threw the punch, they jumped him. And if it wasn't for the cops, they would have actually got away with it.
I'm going to kill you, but not today.
It was only because he did something.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow.
And nobody ran with their leader, so nobody died in the group.
Well, they had to spread out because they get away from the cops.
I get that.
Right.
He said, she said.
It's just to run into a random alley by yourself. You couldn't go looking.
He didn't know the dude had a gun.
Even if he did.
Yeah, that's right. He did kill him.
He did. Yeah, he got killed by Tupac.
With the no blood.
And just like he said, he had a butterfly knife.
Yeah.
And didn't do nothing.
He was just trying to intimidate him.
Dude, if that was real, he would have stabbed him 7 times.
Yeah.
Nah, he wasn't trying to get no body. The
Jail ship. Jail ship.
You don't gotta get a body, but an ass whooping.
He would have stabbed him.
Bro, you tried to set me up and go to jail.
That is what. Yeah, you're right.
That at least deserves an ass whooping.
Right. Nah, you're right. Never mind. You got it.
Think about that.
You got it. At least I want everybody, we gotta shoot the fair one.
Yeah.
Also, he wouldn't have approached him. He would have come behind him, stabbed him a few times,
and
jail-wise, and just left.
He's right.
You're right.
If he didn't stab him, at least with his crew, they would have beat him up.
Nah, you got it.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I forgot you definitely.
You got a crew of people, and the first thing y'all do when y'all get there is go, hey, man, you told the cops that I did something I didn't do?
No, there would have been no words. There would have been like shanked and laid him to, not kill him, just bleed him.
Yeah.
I don't even know how he got out of that situation.
Hey, growing up.
They had no evidence. He claimed
what it is.
He had no evidence.
Growing up in Central Jersey, man, this happened to me all the time.
Hilarious.
Yeah. All the time in Central Jersey, man. Jeez.
You always trying to tell him.
Jeez. In Monmouth County, I'm telling you, it's happened all the time. Oh, boy, I tell you what.
So those are the days.
Man, those are the days.
A liquor store. That's crazy.
You get invited to Josh's bar mitzvah, yo, Josh got shanked. Out of Hebrew school? Yeah, it's out of Hebrew school. Bringing some flavor. No, but I liked the fact that it wasn't finished. It wasn't this, clear cut. There were rough edges and everything, but the stories were rough. Their lives were rough.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, you have some of these other movies in this genre that are clean, the Spike Lee stuff. But even with Spike Lee, it's rough, it's gritty. The Italians and the blacks, and do the right thing, the pizza parlor and whatever. It's still rough, it's still gritty.
Yeah, Spike Lee movies are dark.
Yeah, but he touches on that. When he does movies in Brooklyn, they're in Brooklyn. Yeah, that's what I like about him.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. That is very true.
And then his alter ego with Jordan. Do you know? The Mars or whatever. I go way back. I go far. I go way too far.
No, I remember those though.
Couldn't afford the Jordans when they came out though.
Shoes. Yeah, I remember those. Those was fire commercials, man.
Man, those are. Do you know?
Yeah,
those big glasses.
Yeah, the hat flip.
Yeah. It goes to show that he had a good sense of humor though.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with him and Bradley Cooper. Really cool. Really to see Spike Lee kind of like this movie was great. Kind of seeing those two generations kind of come together. Spike Lee, I'm sure, doesn't give out compliments that easily. So this director did more movies? You said he did Bones?
Oh, yeah. He did some TV shows.
Never Die Alone.
He's done a lot of stuff. It's just, I haven't seen it.
Not a bad movie. I mean, he had some good names in this movie.
Yeah.
That's a good feather in the cap.
And Bones, it wasn't great, but it was Snoop Dogg.
It was Snoop Dogg.
It wasn't, hey. Snoop Dogg and DMX, that'll get you some asses and seats.
Listen, at the end of the day, the mortgage probably paid off. At least I hope it is.
You got Snoop Dogg talking down here, and you got DMX screaming all the time.
Yep. Yeah. You can make that work. And DMX and Snoop was a dead pimp, so to talk low, he was like, "Oh yeah, just talk like yourself. It's fine."
Probably already had the clothing in his closet.
He's like, "Okay, go back there, get back."
This is from the '60s.
Bring whatever from your closet.
What is Snoop? He's 60 something, right? Late 50s, 60s.
I think like the 50s.
50s.
I think it's 50s.
Yeah.
Which now, let's get down to what we're gonna ask. So if they tried to make plans for this movie in 2024 or beyond, what would you want to see? A time skip sequel, or would you want to just see a reboot?
I don't like reboots.
Okay. Or is it remake?
Remake. No, okay. You know why? Because they're remaking a lot of stuff you don't need to remake. Now, like Wonka came out, but that was years before, the other Wonka, whatever. I would like to see, it's like, where are they? It's 1992, say it's 2022. Did those guys, the nurse, whatever, have a kid? Are they estranged? The dad died, whatever. Obviously, Tupac can't, come back, but maybe they can have a character play the character, another actor. I would want to see what happens in like 20 years from now, like what happened. Yeah. But it would have, but is it worth it? I don't think it's worth remaking. And this is not a cut against the director or the film. I think the movie is the movie.
Right.
It was made in '92, low tech, no cell phones, no internet, no nothing. And like Oni was saying, you have to ride around. I remember riding around in the 70s and 80s. We can't find this person. Let's ride around for an hour. Oh, he's in the jungle gym. He's at the park. I don't think the remake, I don't even think there would be a reason to do it unless you just said, oh, there were so many things we can do with it, or if there's some if there was a lot of young black new actors that you want to give a chance to. Other than that, I want to see the same actors, if you could. What happened in 20 years later? You know, I don't know. Reboots, they're always rebooting stuff. It's like, why? Like, what's the reason to reboot it? It's done. You know,
that's facts.
Money.
I get the money, but the fact is though, like you're redoing a 1992 movie, and if they did it now, Smalls instead of a steel instead of a boombox, he'd have a drone with a 4K camera on it. People would have their cell phones and doing, you know, YouTube videos like, hey, I'm here with my boys, you know, I got my gun. I don't know. I think too much.
Top Boy modern day?
What's that?
Top Boy.
Top Boy was always modern day.
Was it?
It's not a remake.
I mean,
yeah, but that's a different story. That's different.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to.
You start to
you don't
add
gotta
in.
remake this exact story. That basically you can still do like crime shit in the modern day. They do it all the time.
But I get what you're saying. Now
you interject modern day thinking, you know, and I was gonna say before, and you know, whatever, I don't want to get canceled, but if they did it today, you would have one of the characters out already. One of the characters, you would have a transgender, whatever. And to me, I have no problem with the characters, but give us a reason to have that character in the group.
Okay.
Just don't have the character.
I think you're making a lot of assumptions, my friend.
No. Nowadays, you'll be adding in all those characters to represent.
I think you're making a lot of assumptions.
Nowadays.
About what?
When I go see Dune 2, I'll see if there's a transgender.
Oh, but that's.
Oh,
man, there's spice worms in the movie, man.
Yeah. I know.
But I get what you're saying. Like, if they remade it, then they would be like, I feel like we need that kind of character.
But that's the thing. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Have what characters you want.
Right.
What I'm saying is they'll interject stuff just to have it because it's the day that we're living in. If you want to add the character, if one of those characters 20 years later is out or is trans, cool. Okay, great. Give me the backstory. What happened? Like, oh, I finally found myself, whatever. I have friends, you have friends that we know from grade school. I had a friend that was 45, finally came out, and he's now living his real life. But if 20 years later, if you're going to have a trans character or non-binary or whatever, awesome. Everyone needs representation, but give me a reason to have that character in the group. I'm not saying you can't have it in there.
Right, but I do get what you're saying.
Give me a backstory or something, you know?
I think you make a lot of assumptions about a Juice reboot.
No, I'm talking about rebooting stuff from the 80s, 90s to like now.
No,
I'm not saying Juice specific, but I think Juice was fine in 1992.
Yeah,
keep it.
Fair.
It's fine.
He said that already. He was just saying in general.
Yeah.
Why he wouldn't want to.
Yeah,
he was just saying why he wouldn't want another remake to happen.
Yeah, because
I
get that, but I feel like if they made another remake, I don't think they would do that.
That's fine.
I get what you're saying.
Right.
But that's what he's just saying is that there is a chance that somebody in the writers room might go, what if such and such was gay, or what if such and such was transgender?
You know what? You're right. There's always a chance.
Yeah, there's always a chance. That's what he's saying.
But like I said, if they're gonna have it, cool. Right. Give me a backstory.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
What happened? Why are you interjecting 2024 into 1992?
Yeah, what made that person become that? As opposed to the original character's design.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
But I think the way it was made was fine. It was gritty. It was dirty. You know, whatever writing, whatever. It was what it was. You know, and it helped a lot of actors out. You know, it was a good payday. They got their SAG cards, whatever. You know, I know I'm getting a little detailed. But when I was living in LA, people were like, "Hey, Andrew, if you do this show, you can get one of your SAG vouchers." I'm like, "What is that?" Explain it to me. But I think the movie in 1992, like they're redoing The Outsiders. It was fine with Swayze and Macchio and all those guys and Dylan. It was fine in the 80s. Why are you remaking it? But I don't know. I mean, I am always a fan of what happened 20 years before, what happened 20 years after. Show me the characters when they were 8, show them when they're 22 and now 52 or whatever.
That's what I was going to say. I want a time skip. I
like a time skip. That was your choice?
Yeah, I love time skips, man. When you see them, how they're doing.
Because you could be like, oh, wait a second, that was the bartender. Holy shit.
Yeah, like if Samuel Jackson now owns
you're right.
a bigger store or something like that, he's there, he's just older, and he's like, hey, I'm not here. I just come here to collect the money or some shit, but I still be hearing things. Like something like that would be cool. Or if like you can't, obviously like we said, Tupac is no longer with us, but then if you wanted to say like
They could reference him or something.
reference him from time to time. Or
he died in the movie.
No, that's what we're saying. Yeah. So he's no longer with us in both universes.
Yeah.
So if he's dead, no, it's true. But if he's dead, then that's what we're saying. You just reference him. Like if they're having a reunion or something, like, man, Bishop was crazy as hell.
Although
man.
You didn't see him die.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. There's also the wacky part where he fell, but we don't know if he's dead or alive.
Comes out with crutches. Yo, what's your motherfucking problem, man?
Yeah.
Dropping me like that.
When I heal up,
that's just as bad as the reboot.
You think you got the juice?
They could do that, bro. He could have like came back to life and then like hid out somewhere, had a son, and then that son comes back for revenge or some
Wait,
shit.
hold on. What'd you say? Hold on. Dude, we got Tupac AI.
Tupac
hologram.
Like,
Didn't they have a Tupac hologram?
Yep, the hologram.
Dude, they're already CGIing Harrison Ford younger and De Niro younger.
Yeah, de-aging and all that shit.
You can AI Tupac.
Yep, and they probably will for the flashbacks. He'll have the freshest 3D flat top, just like...
You know what? I'd rather a reboot than watch digital necromancy.
Tech 2 against 1. I see how it is.
I don't...
Drinking too much Kahlua tonight.
I am.
He said, I am.
I am. No, I like movies when they were made. I don't think a lot of movies need to get remade, or they don't. And reboot is also like every few years. Oh, we're rebooting Spider-Man. You don't have to reboot Spider-Man. It's you've got your actors. Well, although they're screwing it up with no Henry Cavill as Superman, but I don't know. Some of them are just
they are doing great with no Henry Cavill.
I like Henry Cavill.
He was wasting our time.
He was so good.
Well, man,
he was good. I liked him. Now he's Warhammer. I liked Henry Cavill. He was great in Mission Impossible.
I mean,
really big dude.
That's the only thing he was great in.
You don't like him?
And not as Superman.
No, he was great as Superman.
How?
Really?
You didn't like Man of Steel?
No, that was great.
Okay.
Better than the other Supermen that they had.
It's better than Christopher Reeves?
No one's better than Christopher Reeve. I'm talking about the other ones in the movies.
Brandon Routh.
No,
remember Brandon Routh?
No,
there was no other one.
There were like two other. There were like one or two other Supermen.
Brandon Roth?
Oh, Routh. I kept saying Routh. Sorry. Yeah, Brandon Roth.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
Up here. It's up here.
Brandon Roth?
It's up here. Notice octaves.
Because you took him there.
The more serious he is, and more aghast he is. Aghast with an H.
Like,
Yeah,
what other Superman actors is
Dean Cain?
He's been the only one. I mean, that's a television.
I know. I love it.
Well,
he's gonna get me later for this, but
Listen, he ain't got a job no more, so don't bother me. They fired his ass.
But isn't he? No, I heard he's also doing Highlander.
Yeah,
yes.
Let him do Highlander.
You really didn't like Henry Cavill?
He was just okay.
How dare you?
No,
dare you?
Son of a bitch.
Listen, the writing was bad for him.
All the writing is bad for DC.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I can't argue that.
There it is.
Checkmate, sir.
That's how we cap it.
You know what?
Right
I can't argue with that. And scene.
I want to thank you for coming on the show.
No, man, it was a fucking blast. Thank you guys.
Said, I could agree with you on that.
And watching Juice with us.
It took 2 hours for him to agree with me on something.
I'll take it. On that one.
I'll take it.
What?
Hilarious.
Yeah, I can't even fight that. You're right.
And you look at his face. He's like, God damn, I have to agree with him on that.
No, you're on
that.
No, it was just so bad.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Writing was bad, so you're absolutely right.
Can you, you're an entertainer just like us.
Yeah.
So can you just let people know where they can find you?
The Twitters.
All of the Twitters? You mean X?
Yeah.
No, I'm dead naming the app. It's Twitter. I'm a dead name the app.
I know. Twitter. I'm on this.
Twitter.
You can find me on the Gram. Is that what the kids are calling it?
Yeah, the kids are calling
it. Andrew Standing Up. It's literally Andrew Standing Up. My website is Andrew Standing Up. I'm also an author. I've got a lot of books out there, so you can go to mypublishedbooks.com, and I got my third novel dropping June, July, called Sunshine. And I'm working on my fourth one called Panic right now. So my published books and andrewstandingup.com. That's where you can find me.
That's dope, man.
Yeah. So I'm making tens of dollars on book sales, by the way. Tens of dollars. You want a loan? I got nothing. Sorry.
Tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars. Not with me. I'm just saying it's,
just saying
it's in a shoebox somewhere.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Dollar bills, y'all.
As usual, you can catch us on Instagram and TikTok at Welcome to My Hood Films Podcast. or just Welcome to My Hood Films. And on Twitter, at we have to spell it differently, unfortunately, on X, is WELCOM. Number 2, Hood Film. I wish they could fix that so we could get the whole thing. Yeah, because they make us write it differently. We can't write it out. It's freaking annoying. But anyway, you can follow us on any of those platforms.
It's going to be Twitter.
Or all of those platforms.
Twitter.
Actually, please follow us on everything we both just said.
Yeah.
And check us out because he's hilarious. He does his thing on the stage. And he did his thing here on Welcome to My Hood Films podcast. We appreciate you, my dude.
Thank you, man. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we already know, because you said you watch Boys in the Hood, so we already know you're going to watch Hood films in the future and stuff like that.
Like a film aficionado.
That was a good film.
What you're talking about.
And I got to come to the South Bronx. Did you know the 6 train goes up to the south? It goes past Manhattan. I did not know that.
That's crazy.
I had my passport with me. I packed a lunch.
He said my passport. Like what?
I got a stamp at 125. Where are you going? Oh, I'm going to South Bronx. All right, be careful.
All right. You got any imported goods?
Pat him down. Bad place. That's a bad place. Bad touch. No, this is a lot of fun. Boys in the Hood, I've seen a lot of those movies, but Juice is fun. Juice is good. Yeah.
And we did it again, Oni, so we're gonna be back next time for more Hood film magic. Mm-hmm. Masterpiece theater, Hood film styles, you know.
Yeah.
But we appreciate y'all watching and listening as usual. Make sure you catch us on all social media. Catch us on all podcast streaming platforms and YouTube as well. But we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all.
I can never pull that off.
I know. You did it good.
Can.
You did it good. In the meantime, we'll see you next time. Because your boy Marvin Lattimore.
Uni Francis.
Andrew Bayroff.
We are off this, people. Peace.